Hey guys, it is Wednesday, July 13th. I had like 11 days off in a row. This is my last day off, because I wanted just like a whole birthday week to myself. Not to myself, but, not working. So I requested a bunch of days off, and I did a ton of shit. I went to my aunt and uncle's vacation home on the Columbia River for like a day. We went inner tubing. I got to see my favorite cousin, who is like super smart. She's studying international relations and diplomacy in New York because she's like trying to work for the UN. So like I hardly ever get to see her because she used to live in China. So it was really cool seeing her. And then me and Ben and Haley went camping. It was really rainy, but still super fun. And then we all did the puzzle room, and we won with 7 minutes to spare because we're fucking boss. And then me and Ben went to the Baby Metal show yesterday, and he got me this sick t-shirt. It's got wolves on it, and I got fairly drunk, I'll admit, and I immediately sweated it off because it was very tight in there. I like went up to the front, and we were just packed in like sardines. Not now update. Yeah, and like it was to the point where people were like Ben actually crowd surfed, and I caught his calf. But like for the most part, I couldn't even really lift my arms to help these people out because like we were just so close together, and I've never been more sweaty in my life, and my clothes were disgusting. It was super fun. Yeah, so it was a really great birthday week, and thanks all of you for the warm birthday wishes, and to Ben and Haley in particular for letting me impose on you for like a whole week. It was great. So, yeah. I also jumped on the Pokemon Go bandwagon, I'll admit, and I'm getting into it more than I thought I would. I like Skinner boxes a lot, I've noticed, and I really try to stay away from them because I get very wrapped up. And normally I feel like they're not, like I'm not getting anything out of them, but for this I'm like, like it's gonna encourage me to go outside and to like exercise, at the very least walk around, and hopefully to meet nerds, because it turns out nerds are hard to find. Who knew that like we just stay indoors all the time, Especially since I am not impressed with Tinder. I swipe the bad one. I think it's left. I say no to about 90% of the dudes on Tinder because, like, they all primarily seem to be interested in, like, guns or fitness or, like, hiking and outdoor stuff. And I'm like, to each their own, but I really just don't think we have the same interests and priorities. I don't think we'll get along. So, like, maybe I'm being too quick to judge, I don't know. But then, like, the 10% of people that I do match with message me, and I feel like most of them don't really talk about themselves enough. Like, I'll ask them, and they'll be like, no, I want to know about you, And, like, I think they're trying to be gentlemen, but the way it's coming across to me, like, the implication there to me seems like I don't have a personality. I don't need to have a personality, and you don't need to like me, because I like you enough for the both of us, which I think is kind of gross, and it's not interesting for me. Like, I just, like, it's a two-way street, I want to know about other people too. It's not fun to just talk about myself all the time. So, like, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to shop around, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up about it because I'm not impressed so far. And we'll just see. Like, I'm doing fine on my own. I don't really care that much, to be real. So yeah, that's mostly what I've been up to this week. Oh, I found out though. Apparently, this is a bit heavier. Found out my stepdad, Jay, who was a black man, was driving in Seattle, and there was a guy like in a semi truck that was driving very recklessly. Jay ended up, I guess they maybe pulled over and like had some sort of conversation. Jay ended up calling the cops on him because he was driving recklessly, and the cops came and they talked to Jay and they talked to this other guy. Other guy claimed that Jay pulled his gun on him, which he did not. And so, given these two accusations, neither of which could be verified by anybody else, they decided to trust the word of the white man over the black man, who was the person who made the original phone call. And they arrested Jay, and they took him to jail, and he's now having to fight these charges for, like, pulling a gun on somebody when he didn't. So, it's really shitty. I was always very in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, and not to say that, like, the police brutalized Jay, but just, you know, like, racial profiling and prejudice there, obviously. Like, this is a pretty clear-cut case. It was a he said situation. Nobody knew actually what happened there. To arrest somebody on the spot because somebody's, like, it doesn't make sense. So yeah, it just, like, the whole thing seems very close to home now. And, like, with the Dallas shootings and everything too, like, it's really getting me down. And it feels very helpless. And I don't know what can be done about it other than just, like, I don't even know. The only thing I can think of is, like, I think young people need to get more involved in their, particularly local politics, which is why I think I'm gonna start volunteering. I found out that the Kittitas County Democratic Party has an office in Ellensburg, so I think I'm gonna start going there and volunteering. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's not cool. I'm not happy about this. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, I forgot to do my video last week. Also, I was just kind of generally busy. I'll see if I can't get a challenge video up next week, although I feel like the pool of challenges is pretty thin. So if you guys could suggest some, that would be great. Otherwise, I'll just try to figure something out. Yeah. So thanks for the happy birthdays, and I will see you all eventually. Okay, bye.